afternoon, folks. Back with an AMG Live. We're back here. Collectible Scalps, Collectible People. Steve, how are you?
I am fantastic. The day is winding down, and we are blessed to have Sherry in our presence.
Amazing. And then tomorrow's podcast episode, you will notice the distinct lack of Sherry. So there was no Sherry on that one. It was myself, Steve, and Blair, holding it down. And then Blair tried to talk his way through the entire Taylor Swift experience. And then we basically made him talk about the Hockey Hall of Fame. So you can look forward to that. We had a little bit of fun with that. Just because, you know what? Go ahead, just tell us stories. We were hoping to tell us stories, regale us with a tale. That's what we were hoping for. So now we've given him homework.
He tried to pretend he wasn't interested in the Taylor Swift stuff, but he 100% was all in on it.
I think so. Yeah.
But for his grievous error in not regaling us with enough stories, we have assigned him. He is going to have a slideshow for the next episode. We already informed him that is his homework, so that's going to be next.
I'm sure he'll put one together.
Lori Potter here, hi from Australia.
That's my sister. Hello,
Amazing.
Lori.
It's a family.
We're global now. We are officially global.
We've done it. We've achieved it.
It's Wednesday over there. This is crazy.
It's funny.
Amazing.
I did tell my brother to watch. I don't know if he did or not. He said one of these days. We'll see what
I think
happens.
what's going to have to happen now, Sherry, is regardless, they're going to have to record this for posterity because as part of our unending coverage, we have to have coverage of all the important events. We've got a goal scoring race that we've been following. And we do have an update. All-time Heartland goals. We've got a tie right now for first. So we've got a tie.
So
Brad Hartland still technically has the record because he did score 2 goals first. But Jacob Heartland is right on his heels and is now only 1 goal away from being the all-time Heartland goal scoring leader.
This is the best thing I've seen all day.
Might be the best thing I've seen ever. That's awesome.
That's true. It is so good.
We spent our entire budget on this graphic. That's basically that was like that. It was all we had. It's pretty good.
Oh my God, too funny! I can't wait for.
I'll send you the picture later, Sherry. You can distribute it as you need to. You can distribute it. See, that's what happens when Carlos has a little bit of idle time in between meetings. It was funny, though, because we'll just share a couple of stories here while we're waiting. And folks in the chat, today in particular, we're going to hang out for a little bit. It is going to be the Black Friday. So remember, it's a couple of things real quick. So this week is Black Friday. It is also going to be the trade night on the Friday and the card show on the Saturday. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here with this weekend coming up. So we will touch on, I'll show you a couple of the graphics and things related to it. Keep an eye on the social medias to get some details. If you have some questions related to that, feel free to reach out. That's usually the best way. But with all that stuff going on, we're not going to do any giveaways tonight. We'll get back to that regularly scheduled on the following, but there's already enough stuff going on that we can touch on. So just bear that in mind. But at the same time, we're kind of open. If you got any questions or anything you guys folks want to chat about, by all means. But for the most part, we'll hang out and we'll chat a little bit. We will say there is a bunch of products that are being restocked and everything. We touched on it on the podcast episode as well, but Sherry can at least talk on some of the Pokemon because we weren't able to give much detail on that. I did give a little detail on the WWE Select because it is kind of a restock, but it is a popular product. I've seen a lot of breaks for it, and a lot of people are chasing some of the singles, so that is exciting. And then, of course, we continue our hunt for a Topanga Allen and Ginter card for Steve. And as a people, we need to get together, and we need to crowdsource this and make it happen. These are important things.
And Carlos, I have to point out as well, since Sherry's now at home and I'm not afraid to tell her, I made two unauthorized purchases today at the store.
Yes.
I bought a calculator and a $2 cent magnifying glass. So I'm officially a card dealer again. We left these instruments in Toronto, so I haven't been the same since I got here. So anyway, the drawer's $7 short, Sherry, when you come in tomorrow. I apologize in advance.
I was kind of hoping you'd go this.
Totally my fault. I completely forgot to put the order in.
I was kind of hoping you'd go a scientific calculator, Steve. I was hoping for a graphing calculator. That would have been awesome.
Bigger the buttons, the better. That's all I need.
I can imagine Steve with the almost full size I think that'd be a lot of fun. That would work out.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of, just to mention too about the giveaways. So last week, Jeff had won again, and he had won the previous week as well. So actually, he's from the States, and he had sent me a nice message and saying that since he will not be able to obtain the gift card locally, he would like to pass it on to maybe kids that come in. So that gift certificate is going to be redeemed and handed to somebody else who we see come in the store this week.
perfect. Sounds good. And a good evening and good afternoon,
Speaking of
Jeff.
Jeff,
Thank you for.
yeah.
So this one, I'm guessing this is a local thing. Still time to get out and vote. Are we voting for something?
No, the elections are this week.
I voted for pizza today, and we got a large pizza. So my dream came true today.
Amazing. So is that one of the local representatives? Is that the deal, or is it mayor? What are you voting for?
A couple different things.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? See, so I say this in all seriously. One of my favorite things is whenever we've got the local elections, especially we had a mayoral race recently, and my favorite part about it is I joke with everyone. Like, I remember a couple of people say, "Hey, you can go out and vote." It's like, I defy you to tell me who any of these people are. They all supposedly live in my city, but I dare you to tell me who any of these people are. A single one of them. You
It
may
is
as
the
well pick one at
provincial-
random. You may as well pick one at random because you genuinely don't know who these folks are. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Sean. Everyone vote for Steve Potty. I can get behind that. I'll co-sign on that. That works out. But yeah, it just makes me laugh. I'm okay with, like, at the end of the day, civic right, do whatever you're gonna do. But I just find it that I actually almost feel worse that people are voting for. It's like, but you actually don't know who these people are. So what are you voting for? Who are you voting for?
It
Not my
definitely
business.
is
I don't care. But
to vote, so you should get out there and vote.
But I think for the municipal one, I almost feel like doing a random number generator for their sake there.
Oh, geez.
I used to have fun with the provincial one, though. The provincial one, though, was fun for me. Sorry, no, it was the provincial one because we have all the different parties, and then there would always be like these third or fourth tier parties that no one had ever heard of. We had a couple of years where there was a communist party on there, and I was like, we have a communist party? How many people are in it? Who's in it? They did get like 6 votes, though. That was good. One year they got 6 votes. That was pretty impressive. Not exactly moving the tides, but 6 votes is 5 more than I would have thought. That's pretty good.
My dog just came upstairs and he's under the desk.
There you go. So real quick, I'll share the graphic you have for the Black Friday. So if you want to touch on just a little bit about what's going on with that, Sherry, we can at least touch on that, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. This was actually one of my first Black Friday ones that I made. But yeah, so the Black Friday will be Friday and Saturday, and we do anticipate it being much busier than usual. Again, because it will be trade night and the card show on Saturday. So it's definitely going to be a fun place to be. And you can see some of the graphics I have on there. Those are some of the items that'll be available. I have a variety of Pokemon. There'll be battle decks, EX boxes, booster boxes, ETBs. I'll have different bundles available that will be mixed. And then we're also going to do 50% off the Pokemon discount boxes on Friday night only. And then all Friday and Saturday, we're actually going to have a 10-cent card blowout. So that'll include sports and non-sports. So that will be exciting for many, many people.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for that.
I think I told Steve he could share that information today, but I just stole it from him.
Well, I did buy a $4 calculator without your permission, so
You did.
it's okay.
Well, Steve, at least this one we won't take from you. This was actually on the Facebook. Again, I mentioned all the different profiles and places you can check out stuff.
Yeah.
So Steve here was actually outlining. So we got some 54 tops hockey cards here, Steve. Anything you want to say about these?
Yeah, just, it's one of my favorite sets for a couple reasons. There's only 60 cards in the set, so if you were a vintage collector, it's one of the smaller sets to put together. But it's also probably one of the most condition sensitive sets as well, with the blue borders. And these cards are a touch oversized as well, so they weren't always the easiest thing to store. But about 15 of them came through the store, and they're probably some of the nicest 54 tops I've seen in 10 to 15 years, because usually with these, they end up getting graded. So it's rare to find, near mint singles and, that aren't already graded. But yeah, super clean. And yeah, like I made a post there. They were only the American teams. So 4 of the original 6 teams are featured in this set.
Absolutely.
No, they do.
This
look
is
nice.
one of my favorites, design-wise. This is one of my favorites from that era because obviously you got the Gordy is one of the big ones. I actually used to have a copy of that one, but the Terry Sawchuk on it is really good. A lot of the Detroit, obviously you got the full Detroit team there. It's actually pretty solid. I think it's kind of fun. Shantu says, we'll be posting a complete list of products that will be on sale on Friday. You did see a lot of them in that image.
Yeah.
But is there a list beyond
Those
what's on
are
the image?
those are the majority that will be in there. Obviously, we'll have some other stuff. What else do I got there? A little bit of soccer, the portfolio golf. We'll have some Marvel, the Series 1s. Then we'll have Team Canada Juniors, Metal Universe Hobby, and Blasters, a few different blasters. And then again, for Pokemon, it's going to be an array and a mixture of Pokemon. A little bit of everything from that.
Very nice. Very
And
nice.
while all this madness is going on as well, we'll be trying to set up. How many tables is it, Cherry, for the show?
Yeah, so we'll also be doing setup Friday night. So that's 120 tables and 55 dealers. So it will definitely be busy, but it's exciting.
Carlos, I tweaked my knee yesterday, so I probably won't be able to be involved with the table setup. So hopefully Sherry and the rest of the staff will be okay to do that.
I'll end up having you and Blair on the couch watching.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say you're gonna be supervising from a distance. You're gonna have a little walkie-talkie. You're gonna have to add to the budget, walkie-talkie where you offer instructions and moral support from a distance.
But no, it'll be a busy day, trying to get set up while the trade show and everything is going on.
Mm-hmm. That'll be great.
I think that's fair. And both of those, I think most of you in the chat already know this, but it's going to be it's in the same mall as the store. If you know where the store is, that's where the card show is going to be as well. And then, like I said, it's going to be back-to-back activity along with the Black Friday, so it is going to be a busy week. There's going to be a little bit of it in there. The podcast episode will drop tomorrow. We'll at least talk about some stuff that came in. But same way, if there's anything that's ever a curiosity, again, you'll see some of the posts. I showed you one post from Facebook group. We didn't have that on the podcast episode, but you'll see stuff get posted like that. So if there's anything that is a curiosity to you, that is something you can definitely check out. And we also mentioned the eBay store. So that's always something you can check out. New stuff gets added in pretty regularly as well. And we'll kind of skim through it and check it out.
Yeah, Steve's always adding to the eBay store. And we are still running our weekly auction Sunday to Sunday. But of course, there is a strike going on right now. So there will be, and there is a delay with any Canadian parcels. So we apologize about that, but it is what it is at this point. So they will go out when they get out.
Well, at least you have the opportunity to plan for that in advance. I mentioned that story in the in my regular channel that I have one padded envelope. I have one thing from eBay with tracking, and the Canada Post decided to go on strike at 12:01 a.m. on Friday. That was the delivery date for my parcel.
Oh,
And I was like, guys, you couldn't wait until the following Monday. One day. Who starts a strike, Steve, on a Friday? Who starts on a Friday?
Called the Carlos effect.
Oh my goodness! It's listen. I feel it's been spited towards me. I feel very much directly targeted here, and this is not going to work towards my goodwill for this. Just saying. You know what? No cookies for you people. That's it. Holiday season be damned. There will be no cookies for you people, and no holiday cards, even if you could deliver them. There'll be none of that. None.
that's funny.
That's it. Sherry, sorry. Bah humbug. They've removed it from me, and that's it. I want my card. I expect my card in my mailbox ASAP before any forgiveness is levied. Until then, that's it. It's just sitting in a warehouse. That's that. But it was the Friday thing that got
Maybe
me.
they'll just go get yours and deliver it.
Yeah, listen, that's the least they could do. That's my expectation. You can do whatever you want with the rest of it. You can't leave it in the warehouse just over there. I can literally go over there and get it myself. It's like, guys, I don't even need you. Just let me know where to go. I'll go get it myself. It just made me laugh that it was that day. And also, I saw this comment from Robin. It's like, so you're agreeing with Steve or you're agreeing with me? I'm the one who mentioned the Gordie Howe card.
He agrees with me.
I see. I see how it is. Real quick, Sherry, since we didn't get a
Yeah.
chance to talk about it, there were a couple of different Pokemon ones coming. Can you at least
Yeah.
tell us from the Pokemon ones? We don't know anything about the Pokemons, but if you could fill in
Yeah.
the gaps a little bit, that'd be really great.
Yep. So I have, like I said, some of the battle decks and EX boxes. So I believe I have some of the premium collection Armor Rouge, Dark Powers, some of the newer ones that just came out actually, the Ogre Pawn, and what was the other one? Oh, geez. I forgot to write it down. Anyways, the two new ones that just came out with the Surging Sparks, I do have some of those that I'm going to include in the bundles. Then for booster boxes, it'll be Scarlet and Violet, ETBs, Paradox Rift, Scarlet Violet, Temporal Forces, or sorry, not Temporal Forces, Shrouded Fables. And then I have some stacking tins, and I have an array of blister packs. So I'm going to have a discount on all of those items, but I'm also going to have bundle packs available as well. So they were quite a hit the last time I did them, so I think I'll bring them back.
All right, very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Sean, you were saying,
and I would think also, Sherry, too. I don't know if you mentioned it or not. We'll probably do something with blasters as well, like some Series 1 blasters and maybe Metal Universe blasters. I think Sherry touched on it. We'll probably mix and match it with a few products. So those are always great stocking stuffers as well.
Mm-hmm. I like to call it my blaster tree.
Yes, you did make one of those last year.
are we putting decorations on the blaster tree? Is that what's happening over there?
No, the blasters make the tree. It's a pyramid.
No, I know, but you can still put decorations on it.
Oh no, I did. I put snowflakes on them last year.
Oh, that's what I was asking. That's what I was inquiring about. Sean here says, can we call for prices on your Black Friday items, or is it secret till Friday?
Secret till Friday.
Yes.
All right, the secret is being maintained. And
Now,
Robert has a happy birthday. I don't know what that name is.
If you called in Thursday, we might be able to. Now, if you call Friday, you should be able to get through to one of us, but I'll forewarn you, it will be very busy, and we will do our best to get back to everybody as quickly as we can. Whether you're phoning in, emailing, or using one of the socials, we will try our best to get back to you as quickly as we can. But with it being Black Friday and the card show on Saturday, could be a little bit of a delay. But I try my best to get to everybody as quickly as I can.
And our prices should be right up there with the best around. So why call
very competitive
on Black Friday?
Yeah.
Very nice.
You won't be disappointed. And again, like I said, we're also going to have the 10-cent card bins. So that'll include all sports and non-sports.
Very good. Ryan was saying both Set and How as well as Sawchuck. Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of those in that 54 top set. But no, thank you for the question, Sean. Yeah, if you guys folks have any other questions or any thoughts on anything, we can definitely touch on it. This is like the perfect episode for that because it's a little bit more open-ended. We can touch on it. We already did the Heartland, goal scoring tally. We already had a graphic up, so we've already given you full updates. You already know what's going on with that one. So that.
And for anybody wondering, actually, I guess I should say, wondering what the bit of a background is on that. Our nephew was called up to play for the Eagles on Friday. He did absolutely incredible. I got my first game day signed jersey. I got him to sign it for me after the game, so that was great. But he scored 2 goals, his first shift, first shot, first goal. So that was unbelievable. We were all very, very excited. And he actually was playing with the Max over the weekend, the Halifax Max for the U18, and he got his first hat trick on Saturday night. So he was on fire.
That's
what
awesome.
do you? He's like,
I'm just wondering what's going through poor Brad's mind right now.
He was sending us text messages all through it. Like literally when the first goal got scored, he was sending us a text message, and then when the second one was scored, so he was keeping us updated. He was all over it.
Oh yeah.
No, he's pretty excited.
No, it's great. I'm very proud of him.
So Sean here's asking about the hours on Friday.
Yep, we're open 10 to 8 on Friday. Usually it's 10 to 7, but again, it is trade night as well from 5 to 8. So we are open 10 to 7 Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday. And the card show will run from 9 to 3 on Saturday.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm just taking a look a little bit ahead here just to get caught up on the list of different items. So it looks like we are kind of what was interesting, and this will play into I think the podcast episode the next couple of weeks. I think the next bit it's going to be. I think we've got a couple more, maybe another week or two of some products because it looks like Artifacts is around December, the week of the 9th. So right around that time after that, then it pretty much quiets down a little bit. There'll be some, looks like they'll squeeze in some stuff into December. But it's going to be interesting to see because usually December, you've already loaded up so many products. I'll be curious to see how many of these hit right around that release date. Although I see Parker's Champions, so maybe that could be something right before Christmas.
Yeah, we could use a little break in the action because, like we discussed before, we had what was it, SP Authentic, then Premier, then Ingrained. Like I think 3 out of 4 weeks, a big product came out. So we could use a couple weeks reprieve to get caught up on moving the Black Friday stuff and selling some other products that are piling up. But we'll be ready for it in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, always ready for more product.
I don't know if you're ready for more portfolio golf. There are a few things that's exciting. It's portfolio golf. That joke will never get old. Bobbles here saying, sounds like Brad needs to start saving up to post the bounty for his 1-on-1 Young Guns when the time comes. I know. I know.
Definitely.
It's madness. It's madness. So Steve, I don't know. This would be kind of funny. Obviously, we joke about it, but at the same time, we've got so many levels of hockey, and then Upper Deck. At this point, Upper Deck's trying to expand in whatever market it can get into. But Upper Deck has a CHL product, don't they?
The Canadian Hockey League, yeah.
Yeah. So the Q technically I assume they've got some teams for the Q in there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. There's a product. So I don't know the breakdown of it. Does every player get a card? I'm not sure. But
I don't think it's quite that extensive. I don't think it's quite that extensive, but it did make me think though, because I was like, yeah, don't they have a CHL product? It's like, so Sherry, maybe there will be a bounty. You got to start somewhere. First you start CHL,
really
and then you work your way
know.
from there. First you start off at CHL, and then you kind of work your way from there. But at least it's a starting point.
Yeah.
Or you could put the bounty out now, and that would give Upper Deck a reason to take a picture of them.
Well, it was funny. They had the jerseys that they wore Friday night was for the Cancer Center for Cape Breton Regional Hospital Foundation. It was one of their 4 theme nights. And so all the jerseys went up in a ticket raffle. So I think between us, we had like 100 tickets and there's 20 some jerseys. We didn't win one of them. So we have been trying to hunt down this jersey and find out how we can get our hands on it. So it's interesting. We're getting close, I think, but not yet.
There you go. A full-fledged track down on that. I see how it goes.
Oh, yes.
So, Steve, I'm just taking a look at it right now. Looks like the base set for the CHL is 300 cards. That's a pretty decent-sized checklist. That's not bad. So, I don't know. Listen, not this past series, but maybe 24, 25. If they get that in there, but the thing is, since it is Upper Deck, they have outbursts, so maybe they do have. So they might have. Yeah, they do have the Gold Outburst 1-of-1.
There you go.
Get Brad fired up.
Yeah.
Get Brad fired up. We might see Bobbles. You thought it was a joke. Upper Deck may have us covered here. It's ever closer to coming to pass. Let me tell you.
Oh my
That'd
goodness,
be amazing.
I just seen on the corner. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I would love to see Brad literally have a bounty for a Gold Outburst CHL card. That'd be amazing. Amazing. Yeah, no, absolutely. They were very. It was a good time. We had a good time, literally getting the updates. I think you were on the text message chain too. There was a lot going on. Hey, Trainer Glenn, how are you? So I know you folks are a quiet bunch. We can talk amongst ourselves. We're going to hang out for about another 20 minutes. We can talk amongst ourselves if you like, but you're more than welcome to participate in the conversation. I want to actually open it up to you folks and actually say, hey, you're here. If you want to chat with us a little bit, by all means. Questions or comments, we're willing to open it up a little bit. It is getting a little bit, like I said, it's a little bit of a lull right now. It's mostly restocks. A lot of the stuff that's what we were talking about on the podcast. There's a lot of restocks and obviously getting ready for Black Friday. Gearing up for it in the store. That's really the focus. and that's really all that's going on with it up until some of these new products come out. So next week, I think there'll be something, and the week after that, a couple of weeks going into December. That's our expectation. But for the most part, it's just getting ready, getting through this week, and then next week we can get back to kind of a normal thing.
Yeah.
Sean here says, last question: any O-Pee-Chee Platinum and SP Authentic in the sale? I don't think
No
those ones qualify for
platinum,
it.
but there will be SP Authentic.
Ah, very good. Okay, there you go. So Sean, one of the two. One of the two.
Yes.
Hello, Orlando. Good afternoon. So we got to start figuring out the right. We're gonna have to start bringing the right topics for everybody, Steve. Maybe we'll do some
Yeah.
trivia. We'll do some games, and maybe we'll basically force Blair against his will to participate in our games.
Yeah, I tried to get him to come tonight, but like I said, he gets scared after dark, so he's usually in the house with the doors locked around 5 o'clock in the winter.
I was gonna say, if you're waiting until darkness, it's like, so it was funny. Just for the record, I was watching a live stream with a mutual friend of myself and a couple of folks on that text message thread, but they're based out of Los Angeles, so in California, and they were actually doing a break and a preview of some of the Upper Deck product, and it was one of our friends from Upper Deck doing it, but they're both based in California. And then when I posted a comment on there, she's like, "It's like I didn't know Carlos came out before dark," and it's like, "Well, where I am, it is dark. You guys are 3 hours behind. It's not dark for you. Trust me, it's dark for me. It's plenty dark for me.
Yeah.
It's already that time of year." Yeah, I have to ask what year. So which year was the SP Authentic for the Black Friday?
This year.
Current one? Perfect.
Is it, yeah, the current one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, we honestly don't have much of that left. So
I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
Whatever price Sherry decides to go with,
Mhm.
it probably won't last long. We did well moving the SP Authentic,
Mhm.
just like the O-Pee-Chee Platinum, and we have been trying to find some more. If we can, we'll definitely get it because we all like the O-Pee-Chee Platinum, but unfortunately, what we would have to sell it for, the price would go up a little bit, and we kind of want to avoid that right now, especially with the holidays and everything coming around. But if some surfaces that make sense, we'll definitely take it on.
For sure.
No,
It's good to
definitely.
know. But yeah, no, it's a valid question, Sean. It was good to get that clarification. One thing I'll add though, so now you know, Sean, you're gonna have to be there. You got to get to the front of the line. So if you want in on it with the discount on SP Authentic, then you got to be running to the front of the line. One thing I was going to say is we actually were talking about when we finished the other episode was the O-Pee-Chee Platinum. Is I really do like the O-Pee-Chee Platinum. I'm a big fan of it. Obviously, the Bedard year really bumped up the price quite a bit. Made it a tough one. It's one of those things where there's some really nice stuff that comes out of it. One of my favorite things in a normal year, I love the O-Pee-Chee Platinum retail. Those can be kind of fun. Opening a couple of blasters of the retail, you've still got long odds to get some, but you can pull some fun stuff in there. And again, on card autos is really cool. So for me, that's a great feature for that product in a normal year. Bedard is a little bit elevated, but in a normal year, 24, 25, I would probably grab a couple. That'd be a fun product to open up.
And I found the print quality this year was really good. Sometimes in the past, there'll be print lines, things like that, which happens, but this year was extremely well done and very few complaints. I mean, you can't make everyone happy, but we were pleased with the product, we were seeing as it was open.
Excellent. Mark Williams here. Good afternoon. I'm surprised my wife isn't camping out in front of the store to get in line for the Black Friday sale. She reminds me daily she's going shopping Friday. So Mark, I like this comment because it actually leads me to I was thinking about this, but actually this is the perfect comment to segue. Have any of you ever done the Black Friday things? Have any of you done the door crashers or anything like? My parents actually used to enjoy doing those, and they used to drag myself and my brother out for those things. I was like, well, first of all, I'm against mornings. On a moral front, I'm against mornings.
We know.
But yeah, I'm just saying. Brad knows firsthand. Like my militance against mornings is legendary. It is the stuff of legend. But I remember door crashers used to be the big thing. Like if you wanted like the crazy deal, it was a door crasher. But have any of you done the door crasher for anything before?
No, I haven't done it. It was about maybe 10 to 12 years ago. It was the last time I got up and did a door crasher for a Black Friday sale. And
What
I
was it for?
said I don't even remember, but I know I got up because I remember I made overnight oats and I got up to do it. And I said I would never do it again. And I didn't.
After overnight oats and everything?
horrendous.
Come on.
Overnight oats, snacks packed. I was ready to go, and I don't remember. It was electronic something. I don't remember, but nope, never did it again.
Did you at least get it? Whatever it was?
I don't think I did. No, no.
After
No.
overnight oats,
There was
that's
a
it. Your
couple of things.
motivation was
I don't
gone.
remember what it was, but no, I don't think I did get it.
And now with
It-
online shopping and all that stuff now too, it's a little bit different than it used to be.
I wait for Cyber Monday.
There you
I was
go.
gonna say, yeah. So I like the Cyber Monday I can get into. That part works. But mind you, in fairness, like I actually ordered I actually ended up ordering a one of the Kindles. Basically I got the writing Kindle. So I actually got it right
Oh.
here. But I'd ordered it. Now, I forgot that our friends at Amazon, they start every year Black Friday gets earlier and earlier and earlier. They're like a good solid week before they've already started the Black Friday. Well, I ordered this on last Thursday. And then overnight I realized my crass mistake because I get the message going Black Friday sale, and the exact same thing that I just bought was on sale for $200 less. And I was like, "Come on." So I'm like, "Okay." So I said, "Fine. I'm going to order this again." And then the other one is staying in the box that it came in.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's going right back. So I literally bought the same thing twice just so that I could return the more expensive one
Oh,
and keep
definitely.
the other one.
Well,
I
it's
was
funny
like-
to say Amazon because so last week I did my Black Friday post and I put this Friday, November 21st or 22nd, whatever
Yeah.
it was. The reason I thought Black Friday was last week was because I seen on Amazon when I was scrolling, they had sales the 21st to the 29th or something already. They had started doing deals here and there. And so me and Steve actually ended up Googling when Black Friday was, and I had to change all my social posts to this week.
So I had that happen during the live stream when I was originally talking with them about it, and they're like, "Well, I think the Black Friday's coming up," and they're like, "It's like, no, it's next week."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn, Amazon!" Like completely messing with me because they start way early. So for
Yeah.
them, it's like, for them, it's money. So even the Canada Post thing and everything, obviously they use third-party couriers.
Yeah.
So what's funny is I ordered the one on the Thursday, and then I ordered the second one on the Friday to get the Black Friday sale a week early, with the better price. And both boxes were delivered stacked right on top of each other. So the fulfillment they've got is like it's there. Knock on the door. There's your 2 boxes. See you later. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fair enough. In the States, they turn Black Friday into October to December. It's long, man. It's long.
It is.
Absolutely.
It was Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then they just kept going and made it this long. Now, in fairness, what happened is at that point, it meant that the Black Friday deals increasingly became less and less impressive. Because if you're dragging it out over like a week and a half or whatever it is, how deep a discount can it really be?
Mhm.
Like realistically, it's like 5-10% off maybe.
Yeah.
Not exactly something you need to camp out. Nothing you get overnight oats for. Not that level of dedication.
No.
I hate shopping because you buy something. Sure enough, a few days later, it'll be way cheaper. Well, this is. I literally had one day. I had one day where I realized my mistake. It was thrown in my face. Steve, same question to you. Have you ever done any Black Friday? Camped out for any of it or any of that? No?
Absolutely not. No. Or Cyber Monday, nothing. Never.
Cyber Monday's not bad though, man. You can do that from the comfort of your own home. You don't even need the overnight oats. You can just go online and just click a couple of times and send it to me. I'm not even gonna bother with it.
But I do remember when I was in the States, we did do, a lot of ordering online. It just became so much more convenient.
Okay.
But yeah, family members, mostly the ladies would, they would huddle up and go for their Black Friday rampage to this store and that store. And I can remember having a list of stores they were going to, hit in order. And then I did like when they came home and they would, start talking about other women and how this one, got in my way. And there was only one left. And this lady had the nerve to try to take it. And all the cat fights and that back in the Cabbage Patch Kid days. Especially, I can remember those stories back in the 80s.
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping for. We wanted some of the war stories. Those are the fun ones. They went too hard.
I just sit at home and relax.
All right, Brad, it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn in the saddle. It is your moment.
Oh boy!
I just wanted to prolong this a little bit. Putty was complaining he was tired today because he tore his MCL while he was sleeping last
Probably
night.
sleeping. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
it
Well,
happens.
Brad, I'm surprised you're not tired because you could be you right now. You should be recording a message. Like I heard, like look, I heard that we were having like we've been keeping tabs. We've got graphics. We've got
Oh my god,
quality
who
here,
did that?
man.
Did you do that?
I wish
Brad,
I
listen,
could say I
we
did.
used our entire production. Brad, I'll send you the picture.
Okay.
It's like we used our entire production budget for this, man. Like this is what we got right now.
I like how you kept me on top, though. That is
Well,
very
technically, you
helpful.
scored the 2 goals first, Brad. So right now, by the tiebreaker is who did it first. So
I love
right now, at the moment, you are allowed to be the number 1 on that list.
I love it. That is so good.
Yeah, and you
You know
still have the only playoff goal as well. So
You do have the only playoff goal. So, but we're only doing regular season goals for the graphic.
Oh yeah.
You got a puck there?
Why is that not coming in?
Oh, right now your lighting is a very
Yeah, I don't know what you got going on in here. Anyway,
That's all. Is there like an inscription on it? What do you have
yeah,
on it?
it's got the Beauport logo. Why is that?
Oh, does it? Yeah, you gotta have the light. There you go. That'll
There
probably
you
work better. There you go. Yeah,
There they
now you
are. 1 and 2.
go.
1 and
Nice,
2.
nice.
My
I was saying to Sherry.
my
I
goal
was
in
saying
life
to
will be
Sherry.
to steal one of those pucks next time I'm over.
So one of them is actually, I don't know which one. One's the legit puck. The other one was on the road. So I just got 2 to say. Well,
better grab
one was definitely my second goal. The first one was in Hull.
There you go. I was going to say, I told Sherry that we were actually talking about it for a couple minutes, but we forgot because Upper Deck does a CHL set now. So now we were joking about it, and Bobbles mentioned that like maybe you're going to have to get the bounty because if he makes one of these CHL sets, the CHL sets now have outbursts. So there is an outburst 101 in the CHL. So you know what you got to do,
100%.
Heartland. That's it.
I love it. I love it. We will do that. I will definitely have a bounty on it. It'll be a first. No, it's probably not probably a first. I don't know.
I can tell you, man. That at least that'd be kind of a fun little twist. So that would work out, I think.
Did
Sean
Steve
says,
show
"Hi,
my
Brad."
pull today?
Show your what?
The pull that I got today?
Oh yeah, no, not yet. Yeah, you want
Oh.
to show that?
Yeah, if
Man,
you
I
got
was
it, sure.
excited. So
Yeah.
Steve and another guy, Corey, bullied me into buying a box of Ingrained.
Oh, I'm sure they bullied you. Yeah,
No,
yeah. They
completely
twisted your
bullied.
arm.
Full,
Yeah,
Yeah.
twisted
full
your arm.
on bullied him.
Bullied me. And I bought it in the first card, Carlos, not a word of a lie. First card,
Okay.
Steve, Elmer, Soderblom. I went, oh my God. I just wanted
That
to
is
throw the whole
hashtag
box.
rigged. That is the most hashtag rigged thing I've ever heard in my life.
So then I went through and I was like, this was the biggest waste of 450 or stupid dollars. I was so mad. And the last card, like it was the very bottom card. And Steve, you got it there?
Carlos has it there. The
Oh, yeah.
the
What?
Patrick Kane there that I sent you. Remember that?
Oh, the Patrick Kane? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can grab
Yeah.
that image. Give me a second.
Yeah.
What a nice card.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I told him there'd be something good in there. He didn't believe me, but I 100% bullied him into opening it.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so bear with me a minute, and I will share that image. So it'll just take me a second. But yeah, the Soderbaum thing though, that to me sounds like Sherry has a surprising amount of pull over at Upper Deck. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of influence over there. I don't know what's going on. All right, so here I can share with you this card. All righty.
I see my buddy Alex in the chat there. He's always busy, that fella. I'm glad he got
There you
time.
go. Patrick Kane there, 101.
Yeah.
So that came out of Ingrained, and Mr. Hartland, after being bullied, pulled that.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, too, when we flipped it over, it's actually, what was the date on it?
1920.
Yeah, so it came out of a 20, 23, 24 pack, but it's on the back, it's 2019, 2020. So they've been sitting
Brad,
on that
actually,
for a while.
So Brad, actually, you know what this reminds me? And by the way, cool card. Nice pull. It's not quite as exciting as the Soderbaum, but it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, this kind of reminds me of something I was thinking about when we were looking at the checklist previously. The updates have gotten out of hand, man. Like at a certain point, it's like, guys, because I was looking, and so for my purposes, I looked at the checklist. I always check to see what Medano cards are in there, and they actually have 2 Medanos from the exact same insert It's like the manufactured stick autograph,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 2 different years. It's in the same product. And I'm sitting there like, guys, how lazy are you? You literally have the current year of this insert, and the name escapes me right now. I'll find it. But you've got that, and then you've got like the 1920 or 2021 but it's the same insert.
Hmm.
And it's like, so basically I got to chase the exact same insert twice in the same product with 2 different years, even though it's the same product. It's like, guys, that's just a lazy way to do it.
Kevin chirping in there.
Well, these are just facts. It's a new filter.
Exactly. I can filter a little bit. Yeah, and honestly, that picture, I mean, it's a great picture, but the card looks like it's a little rough on the edge, but it really doesn't in person. Right? Like,
it's cleaner than the picture shows.
Big time. But that's just what Steve does at AMG. He shows every perfection. Sometimes he overstates the imperfections. But when I looked at it, I was like, man, it's in really good shape. Like, yeah. Anyway, potty isn't it date night? No, date night tomorrow night for you.
Yeah, sure.
I seen your sister was on here, right?
Yeah.
Lori all the way, and Ashton
we're going international.
Yeah,
like
it's always it's a family affair. So here it is. I'll show this example just to kind of convey my point. All right, so here it is from eBay. So here it is. It's the signature legendary shots. All right, nice looking card. This one's out of 50, so not bad, not terrible. You go to the back, it's 1920.
Same thing, yeah.
So it's there. But the thing is, there's 2 of these. So there's this one, and then there's a 23-24 one. It's the legendary signature shots, exact same thing.
We were actually trying
to. Sorry, I was confused. Now I understand what you mean. That's bizarre.
We were also trying to decide, does that make, so say there's like a 101 Kane that came out in 2023, 24, and then ours is from 2019. Is ours worth more or less? Does it make it more sought after because it's been sitting on a shelf for 4 years? Like we're not sure the thought process.
But look at Carlos is kind of saying maybe is there a 1 Kane tag from 1920, 2021, 21, 22?
But the thing is, technically, there's no reason there couldn't be. And the problem is that the whole update. So this is the point that I'm trying to get at, and we'll take only a couple of minutes because I know Sherry wanted us to be done right at about the 45-minute mark. So we'll just take a couple of minutes real quick. But my point is, whenever you got the update, it messes up everything. Look at this guy. So here is the other one. This same series. This is part of the same set. So here's legendary signature shots. It's a different design, but it's the exact same. It comes out of the same boxes. It's same player, same insert. Except this one is 23-24. So if you go here, there it is, 23-24. You can get them out of the same boxes. It's all out of the new product. So for me, it's laziness. It's basically like, oh, here's another hit. But it's like, well, guys, you literally are taking the exact same insert and you're offering me 2 flavors of the same insert. It's actually kind of annoying. It's not a different concept. It's like, but this one's the 1921. It's like, then it should have been in the 1920 product.
Yeah, I think that should be a good question for Billy.
Yeah, they've been doing the updates now for a while, and it's I actually feel like they've had updates in so many products. That's the part that I'm not liking. It's my worst one, Steve. This was one from a couple of years back. In the cup, they had an update. It was an update of 0910, the cup, and there was this card that was Medano and Jamie Benn. It was a dual autograph, dual patch. Well, it was supposed to be released originally in 0910, and I know for a fact those cards got out. But then in a later version of the cup, only a couple of years ago, they had an update where they had the exact same card. So you could actually get the card that should have been out in 0910. That's over a decade for an update. What are we doing? I don't understand at that point. Nice to see a glimpse of behind the scene, Brad, a conveyor of great set-filling cards.
I love it. Good. I'll say hi to Sean, and thanks, Rob. I like that. The conveyor of great set filling cards. Rob has I think we talked about it. He has the 1980 to 1988, 89. I don't know if he's doing 89, 90, but he's looking to do complete sets of every card in PSA holders. So like 396 cards from 8081. He has them all graded by PSA. All, I think the goal is 8s and above, and he's got a lot of 9s and 10s. Anyways, fantastic project, super passionate, and true collector.
There you go. Very nice.
A lot of work.
Oh,
Yeah.
for something like that, I would believe so. Yeah. Any set that's beyond a certain size, if you're grading them and trying to get them in a certain grade, that's a project.
A lifelong project.
Sure. So I'll see here. Any series 1 or 2, Sean? How many products are you planning on buying? Are you planning on actually buying all of these products? Like, I think you've asked about every single set in creation at this point. Send a list. Send a list. It'll be easier.
That's awesome.
Well, he's asked about again. Asking the question is fine, but it's like if you're asking about each individual set, it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I don't think we have. You know, we might have a couple laying around, but yeah, last year's product, Series 1 and Series 2, probably won't be in the sale. But you never know. We might throw a curveball.
There you go.
That's why you have to show up in person.
I was going to say, it sounds to me, Sean, like the correct answer is you need to be first in line.
Yes.
And then you get a pick of whatever's there.
The
I just like this
mall's
back
open
and forth
24
here.
hours.
Buy my Pokemon card, Brad. Come on. No one wants your Pokemon, Kevin.
Oh boy, Alex.
I just appreciate the back-to-back. They're ready to go. See? Talk amongst yourselves. You're doing great. But yeah,
So
Brad, listen.
Did you go over the Black Friday sales? Like
We did go over. Yeah, we went over a couple of the flyers there. One of the flyers did actually show a couple of the products on there. Was there something particular you wanted to mention?
I just want to say, after talking with Steve and Sherry over the last week, and Blair I guess not so much Blair. He was gallivanting Taylor Swift and Raptors, and I just know it's the biggest, and this is not a sales pitch for AMG. It's going to be the biggest, best Black Friday sale ever at AMG. There's a ton of things. There's singles, boxes, supplies. I was looking at the list, and yeah, it's going to
Brad,
be.
Are you suggesting, Brad Hartland? I want you on the record. Are you suggesting that this is the kind of Black Friday sale that you would have overnight oats for?
Absolutely. 100%.
You hear how Sherry's laughing? She knows that reference.
Oh,
that
I heard it. I was listening when I was getting pizza.
Yeah.
Do you notice when she left because I brought pizza? That's why she took off the screen. It wasn't even an option.
And listen, pizza, overnight oats. There's a theme. There are things that are going to.
Do you know? My question is, I don't know what overnight oats are. Do you guys? I know she said it, but I'm like, I don't know what that is. What's overnight?
I'm calling in sick. That's all I know.
Brad, it's exactly what it sounds. Brad, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like these oats you'll put in. I think you'll put in like milk and stuff. You can actually buy it already, and it's literally something you put in the fridge overnight, and then when it comes back, it's cold. But what will happen is all the stuff will basically stew together, and then it's basically like an oatmeal that you'll have in the morning. That's all it is. It's just you put it in the fridge. It's literally the oats.
You feel good about yourself after eating it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've actually had it. If it's done well, it's actually pretty good. Like if you're in the burning, if you're hungry, it's actually pretty solid, and it actually is pretty filling. So that's why. But it's overnight because you literally make it the night before. You put it in the fridge, and then in the morning you go get it, and it's already there, and you just take it out, grab your spoon, and start eating.
I learn something every day.
Yeah. So Brad, before we go, I got a question for you. I asked Steve and Cherry already. Have you ever done a Black Friday sale? And if so, for what?
Yeah, we used to do, me and my friend Harris Foley, he worked as my manager for 20 years in the bars. And we would do Black Friday and we would do also Boxing Day religiously, like for 10, 15 years. Like we've did that. Used to be the biggest thing was DVDs. We'd always get there for our DVD collections. Harris still has, I'm going to say, the largest DVD collection, definitely in the Maritimes. I don't know what to get, and he still has them all. But we would line up for that, and then whatever the gadgets were. But you never get. I think we would try to get a TV. We never get a TV because there'd be like 12 of them, and we never succeeded. But we always did for DVDs was the biggest part. And like
I bet if you guys had made overnight oats, I bet you would have gotten the TV.
I know.
I'm just saying. Yeah. It all comes full circle.
Yeah. But it was always electronic. Electronics on those days. If you're looking to
What was
buy
your best score?
something-
What was your best score?
I don't honestly. I don't think I ever got that. Like, it was just DVDs. We'd go and we could, because they used to have crazy Black Friday, like $4.99. I mean, it sounds ridiculous now, but $4.99 and $9.99 for DVDs. The good ones like were on for $9.99, which they would have cost $29.99. And we both had massive. Well, he had a massive collection, but I bought movies weekly. It was my shtick. It was my thing.
Yeah, I went for the. I'm about right. You and I are close enough, but at the same time, I'm about a half generation past you. For me, it was the Blu-rays. It was the same kind of idea, but it was the Blu-rays started so expensive, and then basically anything where you got around $10 or under $10 when they were like $30 or $40 was a big discount. That was a deep discount if you could get it at around $10. I was like, oh well, get some of the movies, get high def movies. There's a joke that I would have made if it was Friday, and I'm not going to make it.
What was the big ones called? Like they look like big records.
The Laserdisc? Laserdisc.
Lasers.
Yeah, I remember they didn't last very long. They were very.
Oh, Brad, here's the thing. Yes, they did. Yeah. They didn't stay popular, but they actually went from the 70s, and I think the last Laserdisc were well into the 2010s.
Oh, really?
Huh. Yeah, but because the thing is, it didn't take off as like a mass thing. It was like the hardcores. It was like the people that were into the Laserdisc. They were like serious. And it was mainly because the Laserdisc technology was very impressive for the time. But here's the big thing. You can get like the uncut version of Star Wars on Laserdisc. That was the big thing. You could get it without George Lucas messing about. Like you could actually get the theatrical version of it on a Laserdisc. So that was part of the reason there were some of the collectors. So it became basically like the same kind of folks that would do vinyl records. It would become those folks because you'd have the big laser, but it wasn't practical. You'd have to flip over the disc, halfway through the movie to watch it. It wasn't very practical.
Yeah.
But for collecting purposes, they like to collect them.
Yeah, I'd like to get some of those.
Well, like I said, for some of the movies, it's actually kind of interesting. It's not something that I would get a player for, but to have some of the big box art on it,
the covers look fantastic.
Yeah. So I think for collectors, it's become more interesting in the years since.
Boy. I think Bubbles collects Laserdiscs. I did not know that.
Yeah, people collect them.
I love it.
Well, that's exciting. It's the same form factor as records. But anyway, so thanks, Brad, for joining us in. We'll get you out of here. So I'll send you guys a picture. Now you can bask in the warm glow of all our high production values. It was amazing.
Speaking of, I know this is a little off topic for AMG, but maybe a segment you could add in to end the night. Me and Steve, we really have similar tastes when it comes to movies, TV shows, and we haven't really been we really do have similar. I don't even like saying that, but we do have similar tastes.
I was going to say that sounds reluctant. Go on.
I know. I was kind of like it's kind of like with Eric. I don't agree with anything with Eric, but sometimes there's the odd thing. But we did watch the pick of the week, Steve's pick of the week.
Steve's pick of the week. Okay.
Steve's pick of the week to watch Landman on Paramount with Billy Bob Thornton. 3 episodes in. Anyone that hasn't watched it yet, give it a whirl.
Little raunchy at times. Pushing the envelope a little bit too.
Pushing the envelope.
I'm surprised some of the things are actually allowed, but it's awesome. You put all that stuff aside, it's awesome.
See, Brad, this is a fantastic suggestion by you because I enjoy, since we've been doing the podcast, I enjoy every time we get, like, you can literally tell when there's a glint in Steve's eye. There's certain things. When we were talking about the Tragically Hip, glint in Steve's eye. When we were talking about Topanga from Boy Meets World, glint in Steve's eye. And this idea, this concept, I think we've got something here. Heartland, look, you may be losing your gold record shortly, but you still got this. You still got this. And you learned about overnight oats. So already this is a win. This is already a win for you.
And not recommended for children if there is any children out there.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Be clear on that.
Yeah, they touch on a few subjects. It's interesting, but really good storyline. And I can see Billy Bob Thornton's the star, and I actually could see him doing this job. Like it's such a perfect role for him. Just like Brad and I also like Tulsa King, and it's the Taylor Sheraton. Seems like lately everything he does, is right in our wheelhouse. So can't wait till Sunday morning to watch episode 4.
There you go.
I'll wait till Sheila goes to church to watch it though.
Or so she can pray for you.
Yes.
Sorry, there's one thing too before we go. I forgot.
Sure.
Happy birthday to a member of the AMG team, the Bill Fougier. I won't say his age today. I'm sure he doesn't mind sharing it, but
Yeah. So Robert here had it earlier. So I put it on the screen, but I didn't have the name. I can't place the name. Obviously, you know better than I do.
so
But Robert did mention
was set up across from AMG.
Oh,
Gray beard.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks identical. He was a school teacher for me in high school. He looks the same today as he did then. He hasn't aged a bit, and he's a true hobby veteran / I don't even know what the proper term is.
He regaled us with words at dinner.
Yeah.
I recall him regaling us with words. We had a conversation.
He's our,
But when you say Bill, it's so formal. I didn't understand what you were saying. I was like sitting like, oh,
he's our
all right, now I get what you're
entertainment
saying.
coordinator as well.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Yes, Kevin. Unfortunately, we did hear about that. Although I thought there was an update on that prognosis, but we'll wish her the best. We'll wish her the best regardless. We do love Bill. That is right. 100%. But yes, good call out by you. And thank you for putting the face to the name because I could see him, but you have to, it takes a while for me to get the name fully straight. But you guys, that's a good call out. Well done. Absolutely. So good stuff. And now we know we're going to have a Steve, media pick of the week. I'm excited about this. This could turn out incredibly sensationally.
Yeah,
And remember, some people are going to hate it.
Yeah, this pick could go. This pick could be dangerous. We're
If
pushing
you're
the envelope.
Look, I don't have to claim any responsibility for it. I am putting all the weight of this on Steve. It's all on Steve.
Friday before you watch.
It's great. I might go home and watch the first 3 episodes again.
See, Brad, like I said, a glint in Steve's eye. Once this happens, then it's like, Brad, once I see that, it's like, we're going for it.
I love it. I love it.
Sounds good. All right. So thank you all for joining. Appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you interacting with us. Like I said, this was going to be more of just chatting this episode, just hanging out a little bit. But we'll let these folks, we'll let Steve get out and get home. But we will be back next week. We'll set it up again. Enjoy your Black Friday. If you do pop into the store, come early if you can, because obviously that'll give you your best selection, best options. And if you got any questions or anything leading up to it, you can reach out to the store. Use the contact points as always. Links is in the description. If you check it out on replay, hopefully you got something out of it. At least you learned about overnight oats and Steve's media pick. So you got that going for you. Now you know. All right. For Collector Scallops, Collector the People, Sherry and Brad and myself, have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you in the next one.